20s era gangster thing to come back. I don't know.
Watch the Penguin. Mm-hmm. Watch the Penguin on HBO.
Okay.
I was the first episode.
Dismissing you before your sentence finished. Boardwalk Empire wasn't that good, but the Penguin, you say?
Penguin is amazing. It's a continuation of the Batman movie that has Robert Pattinson in it, which is my favorite Batman now. He is now my favorite Batman by far. He's more of a like lightweight Batman. He's like a 155 pounder who's like quick and agile with his combat. And I like him a lot. They actually put the eye makeup on him, because in previous Batman movies, clearly he's got black eye makeup on, but he takes the mask off and it's gone. Well, when Robert Pattinson takes his cowl off, he's got black makeup on. It looks good. He kind of looks like the Crow. He looks kind of haunted. But anyway, the Penguin is in that movie. He's a mid-level villain-ish guy. He's mostly a gangster. And the HBO series, The Penguin, picks up where that movie leaves off, that Batman movie leaves off. And there's really not a lot of superhero shit, almost zilch. There's references to it, but you don't see Batman. They don't mention Superman. They don't mention. There's one brief scene where you see on a news thing. They're like, yeah, Gotham is flooded because the Riddler blew up the harbor and the whole city got flooded. And then that's it. They never mention a superhero, a supervillain ever again. It's the Penguin being a criminal, like Tony Sopranos style, being a ruthless criminal. By the time you get to the last episode, the way it ends is, whoa. Oh, I don't know if I could be on.
DC is low key taking Marvel's throne. I'm interested in the new Superman. There's some interesting things happening in the Batman world.
This Penguin show is very, very good. I haven't looked at the Rotten Tomatoes, but I know they're quite good. And it's got who's the guy who plays the Penguin?
Did you see the Superman trailer?
Colin Farrell plays the Penguin, and they've got so much makeup on him. It's $10,000 a day to do his makeup. They said.
Good. Wow.
It's incredibly. He's lost behind the makeup. You do not see Colin Farrell, and he does a great performance. I have not seen the trailer for the Superman movie. I watched the first trailer. I watched about 30 seconds of it, and I saw Crypto, the super dog or whatever, which is James Gunn's actual pet dog. Like Superman is injured. He falls out of the sky. He's in the snow, and then come barreling towards Superman Taylor, like blowing the snow out of like a rocket. Is his dog. And the dog comes up and he's like, "Harp!" It's like, "Take me home, boy." And the dog dragging Superman at like 500 miles per hour through the snow. Again,
how is the dog super?
It's a Crypto dog.
He's a super dog from Krypton.
Yeah.
Crypto.
Oh, okay.
The what is the really gory? The Boys. I'm reading online, the Reddit superhero or fight arguments. Apparently, Crypto could wipe out everybody in the Boys universe.
He could, yeah. Power scaling. I think power scaling is kind of stupid. It is fun. I get it as a fan of so many different properties. It's fun to see how would Goku stack up against Omni-Man. In some cases, it's really simple. And in some of those properties, you get hard numbers. It's like, okay, well, this time Goku bench pressed One Punch Man, I think, like sneezed once and blew the atmosphere off Jupiter. One Punch Man, like he bench pressed a bar that had a black hole on either side.
What?
Well, then he's got to be the strongest, right? Is there anything more impressive than that?
I didn't know that.
It's the power of push-ups.
I mean, the next strongest thing is the bar.
Find a picture of it, Zach. I think
that's true.
Of one. I think it's pretty sure it's One Punch Man, and he's benching two black holes.
What's pulling them down?
Exactly. In no way does it make sense. They're just each very heavy, but in relation to what, right? It's just silly. I always think of One Punch Man as the most powerful character that's not some sort of god type thing. There's tons of Marvel characters that unmake reality, or they have that's good shit.
Look at the bench.
Floor.
The bench is holding up.
That's when you go for Rogue over Titan. When you're doing
that's
that.
True. Yeah, if I were lifting planets, I'd have to go Rogue.
Like Black Mirror. Oh, speaking of which, Black Mirror's back on Netflix. I don't know if you picked up any of that or watched any of it.
I didn't. The reviews say it's the worst Black Mirror ever.
I've only watched one episode, and it was just okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like it. I even tried to show her like some of the better ones, and she just wasn't impressed with the guy that had to fuck a pig to save a country or something.
That's a dark one.
Yeah, I started with the wrong one. I don't know what better one.
Does she like Love, Death, Robots?
No, she likes comedies and happy shows.
She watched Star Trek, right?
Yeah, she loves Star Trek.
Man, I'd vibe with her on Star Trek.
You would.
Like, oh man,
she would
I'm so into
rival your knowledge of it as well.
Possible. Which one does she watch?
All of them.
Like she watches the OG stuff, like the Spock and Kirk.
I don't know if she watches the 60s stuff, although I'm sure
she watch the Black Captain DS9.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's the kind of thing she'll have on the projector when she's doing other things around the house.
Yeah, same. I've gotten pretty good with. I would be down for some Star Trek trivia night somewhere. If I can find a bar that does that, I clean up. I think I'm a brown belt in Star Trek trivia at this point. I would definitely say I have a wide base.
We should do it. Find a bar night trivia on Star Trek.
I watch Lord X, and Lord X is the animated one, and it's just full of reference after reference. I never miss a reference. It's so it's
that like, know of.
I get that. I can tell when someone's making a reference. So I think I would hunt it down. My main areas of expertise are definitely TNG and DS9. I love that stuff.
I watch what's the animated one?
Lower Decks.
Lower Decks. I'm hearing Lord X. I'm sorry. Yeah, and Lower Decks, and I get the references too. It's fun.
Yeah.
These are the ones that I think I'm getting them.
I think that show got canceled. Unfortunately, I think that's the final season. So no more of that.
Fell off a little. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad they made it.
When I like something that much, I want bad episodes of it too. I don't feel like you can ruin the mystique of it by making like another season of Sopranos. Would have been disgusting. Like, Tony's dead, or like what? Like it was something like that. Don't give me that. You peaked. But with Lower Decks,
what if the next season opened up and it went black because he had sneezed, and and now back to business.
I've always said
it was a fucking terrible sneeze.
My rewrite, my like Sopranos 2-hour movie that would have followed it would have been Tony getting shot at that thing, but we find out that he set himself up to be shot, and it's a fake death. He's faking his death, going to Russia, and he was always sending money to Russia. Like there was multiple episodes where he's like, "I got to go send the money to the Russians." Like he was clearly building this bankroll overseas that couldn't be touched by the feds for Carmela and everyone. It's like, have him be in Russia, but they don't want to give him his money. Like, let me see that. Then we mix Furio back into it, all that stuff. I'd have been down for that. But instead, they made that awful movie a couple years ago, Saints of Newark. And it was impossible. We turned it off. I watched it with the boys in Colorado, and a lot of us were Sopranos fans, and we were like an hour and a half in. I was like, anybody else want to watch this? Nobody did. It was bad. Shit.
Do you think that's a show they'll ever reboot? Just
no. That one doesn't make sense to reboot. And James Gandolfini he's the secret ingredient that made that show. I think his performance is just so well rounded, and and for its time, it was so. He was the bad guy. It was 1999, and you had the star of your show was a fucking murderer, a cold-blooded murderer. They told David Chase that he was ruining his own show, shooting himself in the foot when they did the college episode where he's taking Meadow around to all the schools. Because in that episode, Tony cold-blooded murders a guy, strangles him to death, lies to his daughter, and the whole bit. They're like, you can't do that with your protagonist. That makes him the bad guy. I was like, he is the bad guy.
Yeah, that's why he was fun.